Hey y'all, what's up? It's art video time once again. My tablet is giving me grief another time. So, I decided I'm going to go back and actually record another traditional art video today. I am going to do the 3 marker challenge because that is something I've wanted to do for a long time anyway, and it doesn't really work with digital. So I have my Copic bag. There's all my Copics in there. Years of collecting. I'm not that wealthy. It took me years. But I have these other alcohol markers too. And so, okay. Y'all, this is hard one-handed, okay? I'm trying my best. Here. We're gonna go ahead and just toss all these in here and give myself a mess to clean up later. And then I'm gonna just pick 3 of them randomly from the bag. Obviously the Copics and the other ones are, I don't know what the brand is even called, even though they're my own markers. Oh well. Obviously they look, or they'll feel a little different, so I don't think that matters that much. This isn't working. I need a bigger bag. Let's try this again, guys. A few fell behind the table while I was doing that, but okay, now we're just gonna randomly pick one. I'm not looking at the camera right now. There's one. I don't know what it is yet. Just get down in there. Let's pick up one from the bottom. There we go. This one. Okay, here we go. We have 3 colors now. And none of them are Copics, but that's okay. My camera's also really unfocused, but I don't know how to fix it because this camera's too fancy for my brain. Okay. Then what I want to do too is see if I can get a micron just to spice up the line art too. Alright, there we go. Now we have all the tools.
Alright, so on with the speed paint. Looking at the colors, I didn't really have a particular idea of what I wanted to do, so I did kind of ask around a little bit to see if anyone else had any ideas, and I went to my mom, and she told me, why don't you just draw Loopy, which is her regular answer. Loopy is my childhood stuffed animal that I still keep with me because I am secretly 5 years old. And I thought since Animal Crossing is so hype right now, I'm like, you know what? That gives me an excuse to actually listen to my mom and draw Loopy, but I decided to draw her as an Animal Crossing character. I kind of had to make some compromises because she's kind of chunky, and so if I made her like totally thin, like the Animal Crossing limbs are, it wouldn't entirely look like her, so I kind of tried going for a middle ground. I could have just went with the dog villager shape, but I didn't think that looked enough like her, so I kind of went more based on Isabelle, because that is closer to how the actual stuffed animal looks. 3 marker challenge is a lot harder than I expected it to be. I am very used to, now that I do digital all the time, and also know more about colors and how they work, I just want to layer a million colors all the time. Since the blue was so bright, and blue is usually my shading color, that made it really hard too. I just realized we haven't even gotten to the part in the video with the coloring yet, so maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So, in terms of the Animal Crossing, I thought if she was a villager, she would probably just be the normal type, because since I was a kid, I've always just imagined her with this very chill personality. So I decided that was what fit her best. I tried to come up with a catchphrase too, and I couldn't come up with anything, and I feel so bad about it. I did allow myself to use a blending marker, so that is the 4th marker that you see. I originally wasn't going to, but I decided that I could not live without blending because that's the kind of person that I am. But I thought it was okay still because it's not an entirely different color. So it's still 3 colors. With her outfit, I did decide to just give her this poofy jacket because I wasn't entirely sure what to do at first. But I remembered that as a kid, I did have a jacket for her, and it was just like this pink poofy vest. But obviously pink wasn't a color, so I went with the yellow, and I feel like she is totally rocking it, so that's okay. There's not really any particular like symbolism to all the blue flowers. I just thought that the blue marker that I got looked pretty much like the Animal Crossing flower blue, and I like the wind flowers, so I just gave her those. The ground was probably the most annoying part of this, because I tried to do the triangle-y sort of pattern like Animal Crossing has, so that just meant that there was like, I couldn't fill in big spaces all at once, and I had to layer the colors a bunch of times to get like different shades of green, because, you know, I was working with a yellow and a blue and no greens. So I would have to be like, okay, so yellow and blue is this color green, and blue and yellow is this color green. So that was probably the most annoying part. Overall, I am pretty happy with it because I wasn't sure how well it was going to work out when I first started and first did those color swatches. Because, yeah, I didn't know if the blue shadows were going to be too much, but the blending marker did help with that a little bit, so I thought it turned out okay. And I thought it was especially fun, too, to reimagine her like this, just because she's been with me forever. Like, she matters to me. Okay, I'm a really emotional person. I'm the kind of person who cries when I get to Victory Road in Pokemon. So I am very attached to her because I have had her since I was a kid. So I don't know. It's just, it makes me happy a little bit to just see her as an Animal Crossing character, because then I'm like, yeah, she out there living her good island life. And I guess that's about all that I have for this. If anybody else is interested in doing this at all, I'm probably going to try and start a hashtag on Twitter and see if I can get more people to do it, because I kind of want to see what other people are up to. I think I already convinced one of my friends to do it, but I don't know, care about this in the same way that I care about people's OCs. Like, I want to see y'all's childhood stuffed animals. So if there's anyone out there who wants to do it, I'd be happy to see it. Anyway, invite Loopy to your town or I will cry. No, not really. Anyway, consider inviting her to your town because she's perfect and beautiful and I love her. Thank you for watching and goodbye.